We'll get hydrated soon. And guys, get up and stretch every once in a while. Look out after yourselves. Keep yourselves in check. You have to love yourselves first and foremost. Gotta keep yourselves in tip-top condition.
And we head into the match, and guess what? Yoshiman's a Yoshiman. Who could have guessed it? Ryder, Yoshiman, going Yoshi, and AIV is an Ike. So I had the sword part right, but Ike a little bit different than Robin.
Yeah, Ike is a character that probably fits really well against Yoshi. One of the few characters that could effectively trade and beat out a lot of the aerials that Yoshi likes to jump in with. He has the dish joints for it, he has the tools for it, he has the all coverage options for it. Even though none of his buttons are like particularly fast, he covers enough space with neutral air, with forward air, with up air, and might make it a little bit difficult sometimes for Yoshiman to jump in. But this is Battlefield, and Yoshi, he gets so much off of up tilt and up air here, and oh boy, GG's.
Oh, that's...
It might have been just us as the hosts that got kicked out.
Let's cross our fingers and hope that is the case. It appears that they are both still playing, and I think with that, we're going to let them play out the set, and they will just report to us what the score line was. Unfortunately, you know, that Arctic Storm probably kicking in, knocking out a Nintendo server or something along those lines. Nintendo Online... it can be devastating sometimes, but we will just have to wait and see how match 1 goes. So let's cross our fingers and see what happens.
We'll cut to a break, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It'll be like a couple of minutes. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Welcome back to Ryder versus Colorado. I don't know where that one came from, but unfortunately we weren't able to watch game one, but the results are in. AIV took it 2-0 over Yoshiman, which means Colorado earns another 2 points, making the scoreline 9-5, and we are jumping right into game two. A character swap coming through here for Yoshiman. Looks like he'll be switching to Bowser Jr. Ike versus Bowser Jr. is an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's quite the interesting one. Bowser Jr. like a lot of characters that you really don't expect to, has a lot of low percent stuff, especially with falling up at like 50% bread and butters. But after that point, Bowser Jr. really starts to get anything outside of his traditional mix, with throwing down Mecha Koopa, going through side B, and trying to catch AIV. Right now, Yoshiman not able to actually get too much started. AIV able to hit Yoshiman out of the side B with the back air. I don't know, AIV is just holding down the stage right now. Great reverse nail into back air.
Yeah, Yoshiman really struggling to find a way in. And one thing I am kind of curious of is I feel like every time a Bowser Jr. is on stream, it's always curious to see how they utilize those projectiles, how they utilize those Mecha Koopas that you'll see. That's Bowser's down B that he's dropping. And sometimes that neutral B will come out too, but really, Yoshiman not making a whole lot of use of it, and that makes sense too, because AIV with this Ike, he is going in right now for all this damage. That up B nearly killing with an awkward hitbox there, and Yoshiman already at 120%. This is danger territory for the Bowser Jr.
The next hit is definitely going to be able to take in a what a recovery mix-up. AIV definitely not ready for it as well. Most Bowser Jr.'s, they'll just default to going low, trying to neutral air dodge on their way up and hit people with a back air, but wow, Yoshiman that was kind of cute. They're able to get back onto the stage. Tries to go for the up throw into something, maybe try to wait out a buffer defensive option. Not seeing that quite yet, and this is still anybody's stock to take. You have to respect that. Bowser Jr. has huge hitboxes with his hammer when he lands.
You saw them both kind of pause on the shield on that platform. Nothing coming of it though. And the up B is gonna take it. Yoshiman takes the first stock, and you see the taunt afterwards. He's feeling confident. Maybe not for too long though. The back air cleanly coming through.
Yeah, cleaning up that stock. Right now back to even, and AIV is just finding different ways to land on top of Yoshi, trying to get something started. Both of them are scrapping right now, nobody really, it's really unpredictable who's going to be the one to take this.
And I feel like AIV right now has done a very good job of holding stage down. As you can see here, he gets a couple of up air conversions off of that string, giving him the early percent lead. Picks up the Mecha Koopa with the dash attack too, covering a little bit of space. Does he have the edge guard? No, he'll allow Bowser Jr. back as he could not find a quick aerial out of it, but he gets the grab here. And once again, Yoshiman trying to fight his way out of the corner. No, the forward air.
Yeah, Yoshiman getting a little bit too greedy with that Mecha Koopa. Now, Mecha Koopa is such a good tool to control the stage and to basically control what your opponent does, but wow, does that move have a lot of startup lag. So AIV just really exploited that, was able to get there in time with the forwarder, right now swinging, and honestly, Yoshiman not able to find any footing for themselves. Can't get themselves around all these buttons.
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that too, Ike just covers so much space with all his aerials. Oh, he's feeling confident. The taunt afterward, just off of getting Yoshiman off stage, and the forward smash is gonna do it. A 2-stock to clean up set number 3.
That forward smash was, the placement was genuinely excellent. Again, like the way that Bowser Jr. they tend to recover, they always end up going back low. But at what percent? Oh my god. How early was that?
Let's see, he's at 64, gets the Nair 73, and
that is a smart short hop. AIV baited out the mash. He baited out the mash from Yoshiman, was able to catch the landing with F smash. That move is big. That move hits way too hard. That was just a really, really smart play from AIV. Wow.
Typically, you don't see Ikes throw out a lot of forward smash unless it's scenarios like that, because the move, it's super powerful, but it takes a while to start up, and, it's fairly predictable, readable, reactable, but you see right there at the end, that forward air from Bowser Jr. just did not come through cleanly, didn't reach far enough, and just like that, Colorado's lead shoots up to a 8-point differential as you get the two.
That's huge. I mean,